Have you ever been frustrated with yourself or found yourself beating yourself up and asking, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I get it right? We've all been there from time to time. And habit number 3 in my book, Successful Women Think Differently, addresses that very issue. But what I'm excited about and what I'm doing right now is celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Successful Women Think Differently. And we're doing that with a video series. This is part 3 around habit number 3. The subtitle for the book is 9 Habits That Make You Happier, Healthier, and More Resilient. And habit number 3 is this: stop trying to fix your weaknesses. Just stop. Why you need to stop obsessing about what's wrong with you and building on what's right is a question you should be thinking about over and over again. It's easy to focus on what's wrong. In fact, our brains are wired to notice what's wrong. I mean, in many ways, it's a survival technique, right? I need to be able to see the things that may be going wrong. But when we turn that on ourselves, oftentimes what we end up missing is our strengths, what we're naturally good at. If you'll stop focusing on what's wrong and start noticing what's right about you, you can begin asking, how could I use what's right? How could I use my strengths to overcome some of the challenges that I'm facing, to seize the opportunities that are right in front of me? We can't be great at everything, and you know what? We don't need to be great at everything. But what we do need to do is notice what's good about us. Notice what we do well. Notice that gift you have that you do so much better than just about everyone else, because that's probably the thing you most take for granted. And if you tap into it, you'll find that that might just be your secret weapon, right? That's your superpower for helping you get to where you need to be, whether it's in relationships or at work or anywhere else. So you might be thinking, what do you mean by my strengths? There are a couple of really great assessments around strengths. I love the VIA, the Values in Action Character Strength Survey. I also love the Strengths Finder. When you figure out what's right, it's the stuff that you celebrate, you use it all the time, and in fact, your strengths, when you see them in others, you probably are in awe, right? You really appreciate the strengths and the things that come naturally to you and that excite you. So if you don't know what your strengths are, ask the people around you, take an assessment to figure it out if you need to, and start noticing the things that you do naturally that other people seem to have a much harder time doing. I'll give you an example for me. It's communication. Communication is easy for me. I talked so much as a kid, my mom would have me play a game to see how long I could go without talking. So I often will ask myself when I'm dealing with a challenge, how could communication help me overcome this challenge or seize this opportunity? And my request of you this week is to do the same thing. And that challenge you're dealing with and the opportunity in front of you, how could you use your strengths to win? In case you didn't know, I want to make sure I invite you into my membership, the Successful Women's Academy. And Successful Women Think Differently and my whole series of Successful Women books are the inspiration for SWA. I've got hundreds of women from all over the world in a community that is so encouraging and so inspiring. And my whole goal is helping you to grow. Personal growth is the key to getting to where you really want to be. So check it out. Just go to ValerieBurton.com. I'd love for you to join and be one of my members so I can coach you.